Every time I bring up a certain Tales game, I always get a flood of comments about the pronunciation, mostly people saying that I'm wrong, but in this case it's more likely that you're the one that's got it wrong. There are a few other pronunciation related things I want to go over in this video, but first things first. It's pronounced Tales of Xillia. Yes, you do pronounce the X as X and not Z as you would if it were an ordinary English word like xylophone. Before I had this confirmed, I always called it Xillia anyway, even from the first announcement. It just makes sense. Look at all the other Tales games with a title ending in IA. They all have 4 syllables. All of them. Symphonia, Vesperia, Eternia, Zestiria, Berseria, Legendia, and finally, Xillia. If it were pronounced Xillia, it would just be out of place. But don't just take my word for it, here is the Bandai Namco Senior Global Brand Manager Dennis Lee introducing Tales of Xillia in 2013.
Dennis Lee, I'm the Senior Global Brand Manager at Namco Bandai Games, currently working on Tales of Xillia, Tales of Xillia, Tales of Xillia.
I mean, it was also referred to as Xillia in a ton of pre-release coverage, but that should be pretty definitive. It's Xillia. Now onto a more broad look at pronunciation rubbish, and I say rubbish because I really don't care. I really don't care. If I can understand what a person is saying, I couldn't care less if they pronounced it right or not. There are some unsavory people that frequent the comment section that need to realise that there are places on Earth that aren't the place they are from. There is such thing as an accent, there are different language rules in different countries, there are multiple English-speaking countries with different grammar, spelling and pronunciation rules. In the US you say Aluminium, and over here we say Aluminium. Same spelling, same word, same meaning, different pronunciation. In the US you would spell Colourise like this. Over here, we spell it like this. Same word, same meaning, same pronunciation, different spelling. The reason I bring this up is because of another often jumped on pronunciation, cosmos. In the English dub, it's pronounced more like cosmos or cosmos.
Abbreviated name, Cosmos.
In Japanese, it's pronounced more like cosmos.
Machinasai, Cosmos.
And I pronounce it cosmos. Why? Because it's obviously derived from this word. And the natural way I would say that is cosmos. Some people would say cosmos, but in almost all situations the S is pronounced as a Z. In English, these letters are very often interchangeable. In fact, if you look at almost any word in the US that ends with IZE, like Colourise or Vandalize, there is an equivalent spelling in another English-speaking country, like Australia or the UK, that spells it with an S in place of a Z. What I'm really trying to get at here is that you should stop caring how people pronounce things. It really doesn't matter. I would say that in 95% of cases a word is mispronounced, it isn't out of malice or with intent or to troll you, it's just different people with different accents saying things they would naturally say them. I guess the reason I made this video is because just as often as I'm jumped on for pronouncing something wrong, like in the case of Cosmos, arguably, I'm jumped on just as often for pronouncing something right that people think is wrong, like Xillia. Language is highly interpretive, especially in the case of made-up words. There's no guarantee the way you are pronouncing something is the right way, and I'd argue that in a lot of cases there is no single right way, there are many right ways. Now let's all hug it out in the comment section, and in before you pronounce that wrong. Thanks for liking, subscribing and sharing, and I'll see you all soon.